Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Absolute Beginner's Guide to League of Legends. So today we're going to talk about summoner spells. Summoner spells are the thing in the bottom right here that you get to pick before every single game. Every person has access to all 9 of these spells, and we're going to go over all of them today. First two that we're going to talk about are the Cleanse and the Exhaust summoner spells. All of these spells have super long cooldowns. Like, some have as many as 7-minute cooldowns. The lowest is 3 minutes. That's pretty much as long as any summoner spell. It's like as long as any ultimate, longer than any ultimate. Like, ultimates usually have like minute, 2-minute cooldown. This is 3 to 7-minute cooldown. That's insane. So, first, we're going to talk about Cleanse. Cleanse stops all disables. It removes them all. They're gone. If you're stunned, snared, etc., we'll talk about crowd control and then disables in a future episode. But Cleanse gets rid of them entirely, and it also makes you less likely to be disabled in the future. Exhaust. Basically, it makes the enemy champion a little bit weaker. So, let's click on these two, and we're going to go over in the game how they work. Alright, welcome back. We're going to talk about the Exhaust and Cleanse summoner spells. I'm going to walk up to this robot Lux who I'm going up against here. I'm going to click my Exhaust on that champion, so it only works on champions, keep that in mind. It'll slow them, and it'll make sure they do less damage. When they hit me with disable, so a slow, a snare, a root, etc., I will use my Cleanse summoner spell to make it go away. Here we are. I'm going to wait until they hit me with that. And then I'm going to hit my... Oh, I got hit by it, so I cleanse it, and now it's gone. And then I'm going to use the Exhaust spell. And you notice how they have that little red thing around them? And that means that they were slower, and they did less damage to me. Alright, welcome back. Next, we're going to talk about Flash and Ghost. Basically, Flash... tiny teleport, very small distance, gets you there instantly. That's why it's called a Flash. It has a 5-minute cooldown, which is pretty long in game terms, in League of Legends terms. The Ghost, for 10 seconds, it makes you faster. The amount that it makes you faster is increased by your champion level. So when you're level 1, you increase by 24% movement speed, and when you're level 18, you increase by 48%. And also, you get to Ghost for longer if you get kills or get assists on people. The cooldown for Ghost is for 3.5 minutes. Excellent. Let's get into the game. Alright, hello, welcome back everybody. For this session, or for this this example, I'm going to use the auto refresh cooldown option on in the practice tool, which basically means that every time I use a spell, it will automatically have its cooldown back up. That's because these spells have long cooldowns, and I want to be able to show you multiple things with them without waiting 5 minutes in between every time I show you something. Let's start with Ghost because it's the simplest one. I press the Ghost button, and I walk faster. You can see the little blue streaks behind me to show you that I'm definitely walking faster. This little indicator down here, when that runs out, Ghost is gone. Okay, see this indicator here? That's how far I can flash. So I can go up there. I can also do a really short flash. Really short. I can even like flash on top of myself, basically. As long as it's within this circle. If I put my cursor outside of the circle over here, I'll go in that direction, maximum distance. Cool thing about Flash is it can be used to get you over walls, like that. If I put my cursor on the other side of the wall, I'm over it. Boom, over it. Boom, over it. The thing about Flash and the cool thing about it is that even if... See how, if I'm standing here, right? Technically, my, what's it? The symbol, or like the circle, the indicator, that's the word. The indicator doesn't go over the wall, right? It stops like right before the wall. But I can still flash over the wall, because how it works in League of Legends is if you are halfway through the wall, like more than halfway through the wall, it just puts you on the other side. Same thing works though the other way around. So see how I don't even get close to halfway through on this side of the wall? Like if I tried to put my cursor all the way over here, I don't even get close to halfway, right? So if I try and flash there, it just puts me back in the same spot I am, because it bounces me back to, it basically rounds the wall. And so it makes me back where I was, because I don't make it all the way to the other side. And so that's Flash. Alright, welcome. We're going to do the next two summoner spells now. Next two being Heal and Smite. So, Heal, very simple. It heals you. Does exactly what it says it does. It heals you, and it gives you a small movement speed boost. And it has a 4-minute cooldown. The summoner spell Smite is a jungler summoner spell. We'll talk a lot about what that means in another video, but for right now, well, I'll show you like what mechanically it does in the game. We'll talk about how it's useful for junglers, etc. later on. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, hello everyone. We're now back in game with the Smite and Heal summoner spells. We're going to go over here, and we're going to learn about both of them at the same time. So, Heal summoner spell. If I take damage, so I'm going to let this thing hit me a couple of times, I'm going to press my Heal summoner spell, and it heals me. Pretty simple. The thing about the Smite summoner spell is I can only use it on monsters, which are epic, large, or medium, or enemy minions, any minion. So I'm going to try using it on this monster here, and look, it does damage, and it heals me a little bit. And you notice that it went on a 15-second cooldown, because Smite, you can have up to 2 charges of Smite available to you at any time. So since I had 2, it went on a 15-second cooldown. But watch when I use my Smite on this one, it goes on a 70-second cooldown, because it can go up to every 90 seconds you get a charge of Smite. And so you can recharge it every 90 seconds. Let's go over what monsters and minions you can actually smite. So you can smite that thing that I killed over here. You can smite this guy. You can smite these folks. You can smite the big one. You cannot smite the little ones, because they're not medium or larger monsters. You cannot smite the little raptors here, but you can smite the big one. I can smite this guy, this big guy here. And I can smite both of these, but what the thing about this monster here is, I'll show you. When I kill it, it spawns 2 little ones. These little ones I cannot smite because they are considered small. Okay. All right, the next 2 summoner spells we're going to talk about are Teleport and Ignite. All right. So Teleport, it's kind of like Flash, except for it has a channel time, which means I have to wait 4 seconds before I teleport. But the thing is, I can teleport any distance I want. Large distance. We'll get into game to show you exactly what that means. It has the longest cooldown of any summoner spell, level 1. It's got a 7-minute cooldown at level 1. By the time you get to level 18, it's lowered its cooldown to 4 minutes. Still pretty long. But that's the way it is. Ignite, it does damage. You click on an enemy champion, only enemy champions, not monsters or minions, and it does damage. That's it. Damage over time. And especially, it does true damage. So let's get into game, see what all that looks like. And I'm going to talk to you about the teleport spell. So again, I'm going to auto refresh cooldowns just so I can show you all the things that the teleport can do quickly. So first thing, it teleports to towers. I click on a tower and I can teleport to it. I can't just teleport like willy-nilly over anywhere over here. I have to teleport onto a structure. Okay, so I can teleport to this tower. I can teleport to a minion. If I teleport to the minion, it stops moving for the duration of the teleport, and then it activates again. Final. I'll wait, Aatrox. Cool. And final thing I can teleport to is a ward. And I can teleport to my own wards, my teammates' wards. I cannot teleport to enemy wards, enemy towers, or enemy minions. Only teammates' things. There's some other things you can teleport to, which we won't talk about in this video because there's a lot of things you can teleport to that are champion created. Well, that's not an absolute beginner thing, so we won't touch on that right now. Cool thing about teleport is I can teleport any distance I want. If I'm all the way over here, I can teleport all the way to the top lane. And another cool thing about teleport is I can use it on the minimap. So if I hover my mouse over this middle lane turret and click the teleport button, I will teleport there. See, I'm there now. Yeah, and that's teleport. So I'm going to teleport back to the bottom lane to show you what Ignite does on this enemy Lux here. So I'm just going to walk up to them and click Ignite on them. See how it's doing damage? That's it. That's all it does. It does damage. See the fire underneath them? That's how you know Ignite is on them. And that's the Ignite and Teleport summoner spells. Alright, welcome back to the last summoner spell. It is Barrier. So, Barrier gives you a shield. It gives you a barrier. That's all it does. Lasts for 2 seconds. Base cooldown's 3 minutes. Now, you might ask yourself, why would I want a shield when I could just have a heal? Well, that one seems a lot better, right? Well, the heal... one, it heals for less than this shield's for. So that's significant. Also, the heal cooldown is a full minute longer than the barrier cooldown. So that's another thing you might want to take into consideration. Heal is generally easier to use than barrier, but barrier is better in a lot of different situations. But we're going to go over what barrier does right after this. Alright. Okay, cool. Aatrox. Oh my gosh. Okay. He loves talking, doesn't he? So, we're going to talk about the barrier spell. So, barrier works by when I take damage, the shield activate. I can activate the shield, and the shield will absorb the damage instead of my health bar. So you'll watch, see how this thing does damage to me. If I activate the shield, it does damage to the shield instead of my health bar. It's that simple. I'm gonna run away from that thing. And that's the barrier summoner spell. And that will actually conclude our talk on summoner spells. If you have any questions about any of the spells that we talked about, want me to go in depth on any of the other ones, on any of the ones that we talked about, or maybe like why you might pick one over another one, leave a comment and I'll make a video about it. If you want to learn any other specific champions or interactions in the game or anything like that, let me know in the comment section and I will do my best to make a video about it. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.